Okay. Does anyone else have any questions about the backend? So I would say that there's kind of two types of backend. We have the backend that Kai just put up, which is just the infrastructure that keeps the servers that keep it running. And then there's the backend that really is, running the cadCAD model and kicking out this graph. And I don't know. I assume that Fabio wanted to know more about this stuff, but also welcome, Simon.
Hey.
Hey. Did you have you came in at a nice little gap. Did you have any intentions or distractions for this call?
My intention was just to give a farewell goodbye to everybody since we're done with the front end. As I can see, it's already being used. Very nice, very nice. And just say hi to everybody, wish you the holidays, and that's it basically. Maybe just my intentions are basically everything I want to do on this call. And that's it basically.
Hello, Simon.
Hey, Sam. Can you just unshare the screen so I can see who's there for a second? I can see you. Oh, no, this is Zoom. Oh, right. Here it is. Yeah, everybody. Hey, yeah.
Simon's the hero who got this front end to look.
Well, I'm just the face of the hero. The real hero is in the back office, the guy who actually typed in the code. So, I mean, I am a developer. I just didn't do this one. So just not to be yeah, anyways, guys, I don't want to take too much time of you from your daily sync or weekly sync as it is. So just wanted to say it's been really a joyful ride working with you guys. Met lovely people like Sam, and I think Andrew, he's here. I think I had most influences from there. All the med stuff really I was impressed by everything. Everything looks cool. And I mean, I got the opportunity to finally work with Marco. We've been looking for this for a really long time. So finally we got a chance to cross our swords and see what happens. And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to say hi to all of you guys. It's been a pleasant couple of weeks or months. Is it now working with you? We'll be around if you guys need us anything. But if it's okay, I'll shut down in a couple of days the channels in the Slack that you guys are in, and maybe shut down our own private repositories and things like that. All right, maybe just a short update. I did get in contact with Kay last week. As you can see, the app is running, obviously, but I didn't get any confirmation from here if he needs anything else. So I left that kind of hanging and concluded that, I took his silence as we are done.
Nice. Yeah, Telegram's not always the best at that. The one thing that I need to work with him on is making sure that it's actually connected to our GitHub, because it's not updating when we make changes on the GitHub.
I think that's the last question I asked him, and I didn't get any response since then. Was actually let's see a second. The last time I talked to him, yeah, that was the last, and he told me that the CI is done. So I asked him, what does it mean? Are we done here? And that's where we left it. So I can't find the conversation anymore. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah.
So I'll chase him a little bit and just see what it takes to make it so that when these guys make changes to GitHub, that it magically appears on the website. I assume it's not pointed at your server, but right, it's pointed at our server.
Well, I think the initial pipeline ran because Kay uploaded the website, right? So it must have been connected correctly, and it's running on your servers. And I don't think we have anything running right now in terms of what you're seeing on our servers. So it's under your domain. I think it's that sim.com or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I think everything is transferred on your side, except maybe the pipeline is not automated. So maybe he left it as a manual thing, so you have to run a command to actually build the website. I don't know.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'll put that on my action item to figure that out. But
if anything comes up, you can get me via Telegram, so I can jump in if you need anything.
Perfect. Thanks, man. Okay, cool. Well, let's keep going. Did Fabio, you're back. did you have any, you lost the internet there for a second, but did you have any questions on the back end?
Oh, sorry, an order has arrived here. So, but actually, no, I just wanted to understand better on what Victor was working on. So I can talk to him after the call to understand better.
Okay, cool. Well then, maybe we have a chance to just go through some GitHub issues and see if anyone wants to take them on. So we actually have 32 GitHub issues. So I don't want to go through all of them per se, but maybe we can just like one by one say if somebody has one of these or not. So like level 5 radio buttons, this is the most recent one. What's the story with that one, Fabio?
That was me. Now we have like the default radio buttons of the browser. So we have to make a CSS to stylize them, right? The with the wireframe. Yep, exactly.
Okay, cool. Is that something you're going to take on, or is that something you want help with?
Yeah, I could work on it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll work on it, making it so you can. Oh yeah, no, there you are.
Yeah, I think that you can assign myself, but I can't do it.
I think maybe. Do you have 2-factor authentication on your GitHub?
I'm not sure.
If you don't, then I probably couldn't. Then that's probably why I made you a member and not an owner. So
okay. I will make it.
It's our little standard security thing. Okay, Marco, you have update the illustrations on all levels.
Yeah, I'm actually in the GitHub issues adding tags and labels basically on all the issues, so there we can distinguish them. And I created this one, updated the illustration on all levels. So basically, I provided the new illustrations with fixed the typo there, and it just needs to be updated on all levels. It's the left-hand side of the page where the image is in the background. I think I provided all the instructions in this one, so should be easy, just replacing that one.
Nice. Maybe I should ask really quick, like, is anyone interested, who's interested in doing UI fixes? I know Fabio is, but is there anyone else that's interested in taking some of these tasks?
And just to add on top of that, these are really small fixes, like adding a background, moving a text on the top and the bottom, you know, replacing some of the text. You will just spot on, like I'm adding labels like editorial changes. So these are really quick and easy.
No, do I give all the front end work to Fabio and let him take all the glory?
Yeah, he's smiling already, so yeah. He loves it.
Okay, that's me.
Fabio, it's yours. All right.
Okay.
I just wanted to say I'm gonna be throwing a lot more in there today.
Oh boy. Cool. Cool. Oh, Jake's not here. Intro slides have too much time between them. Speed it up.
I actually have related issues to that because some of them need to be sped up, but there's some other tweaks that'll be done to change how that timing is by changing how the words come in. You'll see that in some of the other UI issues.
Okay, so you have some issues queued up on this, so this probably isn't something that we should assign. We can wait till you have detailed it out more.
Yeah, this one feels like a really general one, and I've actually like made specific timing request changes to individual slides.
Okay. So I'll close this one actually. Please, I hope you make those issues though.
No, most of them are already made. That's
okay.
It's yeah, there's individual slides that need how the text shows up changed, and that will change the timing for them based on each one.
Oh, Marco, you already made a comment here. Is this something I should just close?
Which one?
The image of
Yeah, it's actually related to the 34. I added this comment 6 minutes ago, as you see. I'm not sure like how we treat those, but yeah, probably you can close it.
Perfect. I'll probably close as a close.
Yeah, all right.
Let's see. Level 2, add increment functions.
So basically that means adding small arrows up and down next to the number 1, so that the user can then just increase or decrease.
Yeah, that's a suggestion. I'm not sure if it's the best alternative.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Right now we're treating it as just as an input field, but you know.
If you treat it as a number field, the arrows are added automatically
from the browser.
But by the browser. I don't know if we want that.
Yeah, but probably they're gonna default to the browser UI, and that may not look nice. Maybe we just want to add, you know.
Okay. Can you do the style for that?
I think we already have somewhere the arrows, the small arrows in the UI. I'm gonna check.
Great.
But it's basically just a small triangle up and down, and that's it.
Cool. Well, I would say that this is not a blocker for going to the Trusted Seed crew, right?
No.
So I will leave it unassigned and see if someone else wants to take it up, but save Fabio's effort for things that will be are the most important.
Can we assign the issues to milestones so we can have that 1.0 milestone that is we are finished?
Yeah, I guess I'll do a little bit of organizing after this, after the call. I was looking at, how do I do it? But I don't think I want to waste everyone's time on that.
I think even ZenHub is not installed here or something. What it says to me.
Actually, the milestones are part of GitHub itself. If we want to use GitHub milestones.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll create it really fast. Let's see.
I can create it too. You are creating it.
Yeah, why not? And because we have a very good goal here, and it's let's say 23. We want to release this in time for Christmas to the Trusted Seed, and get this in their hands so they get a sneak preview. So let's see if we can do it. Radio buttons. This is a pretty quick one, right?
I don't know.
Fabio?
It's just a CSS change, but I never did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Yep.
Okay, we'll do it. Update illustrations is critical for sure. And let's keep going. Reformat images to progressive when possible. What does this mean, Sam?
It is not critical at all. It means that we put the images in GIMP and check the progressive. It's a way to configure the images so it doesn't go from top to down. It appears first very with pixels and later more definition. It's a different way to see that for people who doesn't have a very good internet connection. Maybe in places that they don't have that good connection.
This sounds like something that is nice to have. I think it's a good issue, but maybe we'll leave it for after Christmas. Do you object to that, Sam?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Touch up Nick's hand and face. Is Jody, what's the story with Jody these days, Danny?
I have to work with her hopefully tonight to set up a milestone for her. I believe she's pretty much, I think she's just working on the good and bad future, right? That's what I haven't seen
No,
yet.
I think we're hoping to avoid the good and bad future work, and just Marco, you were down to just find some good and bad future pictures, right?
Yeah, we
I think
already have.
that's fine.
Mhm,
I think that's better. Yes.
mhm.
And then, but I would totally be down for her to work on this, because this is a picture that shows up like 7 times or something, right?
Right. Sadly, I almost what? Yeah. Okay. I'm looking.
Marco, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, she could be working on that one. I'm not sure how long it will take her, and she's probably gonna need to redraw everything because she doesn't have the source files. So, yeah. So
Yeah, that's one of the big time situations, right?
exactly, and I'm afraid we may then again lose a lot of time her redrawing everything instead of maybe focusing her work and time and budget for, Leap 2, new character. So
Let's I can live with it. Does anyone have any objections to me closing this issue? We're
Close it.
stuck because she doesn't have
Close
the source files.
do it.
Cool.
I
Close.
hate it, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, me too. Cool. Let's see. The max amount of initial proposals is not clear. Fabio, I think. No, it's Vitor.
Okay, because if you look at the one before this, I think it's number of hatchers. You have a slider, right? Like have the minimum and the maximum. And in the proposals, you have only, like, you just have to drop a number, and the maximum, I think, is 50 or 100, but it's not clear. Like, what's the minimum and the maximum? Like, the style of those are pretty different. And the input is kind of the same, right? Like the idea to set a number of participants in proposals, but the style is different.
Well, Marco, do you have any thoughts on this? So what I'm hearing is that Vitor is saying, hey, what's the min and max? And I agree with Vitor here, is that we will need to implement a max for cadCAD to run smoothly. So should we show that min and max? Should we move to a slider?
Yes, slider. So basically, we just then need a slider that has a min max, and that's basically it.
Is that okay? Will it look okay to have a slider without some picture or something?
Hold on a second. Let me check this screen in Figma.
I actually have it here.
That's level.
So here's the slider.
How many? No, it's not proposals. It's, what is that screen?
Yeah.
Proposals. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's proposals.
Yeah, it's okay to have a slider. We don't have any. It can just be a slider and a number on top of it. That's fine.
Okay. So just add the slider and the number.
And the number changes on top of it. Yeah. But the slider clearly has like the min number below and the max number at the end. So like 0 to 50, and then when the user moves the slider, the big number updates on top slider.
Cool.
And you can grab the slider from other screens.
Cool. I don't think this is a blocker for Trusted Seed, but it's like it is a really nice to have. We're gonna need it for the next release for sure. I don't know. I'll assign it to you, Fabio, but I won't put it in the milestone. Maybe that's a good middle ground. Okay. 7. Result screen, add metric glossary and example charts. So, ooh, nice. So this is like we actually need something there, right? Like this link goes somewhere.
No, the link, it just opens a pop-up or modal that we already have somewhere in the code, and it just shows some metric glossary so that the user knows what that actually here means, and maybe an example chart. And by the way, this is something that I think you mentioned at the beginning, that we might want to show like what is the ideal chart could be for users, so they know how to compare that with their outcome. If we have those example charts, then fine, and some glossary for the metrics, then also fine. If not, then for the MVP, you want to cut that out.
Yeah, I think we'll actually have to cut it out because I don't think we have an example chart. In fact, these charts are the wrong charts. We still don't have it piped into the right data.
And there's an issue for that as well. I created it.
Cool. So then.
So do we need those example charts?
What?
I mean, the charts are already the example, right?
These ones?
Well, the idea is that at the screen they will see some charts that that are their results, but they don't necessarily know what a good chart looks like or a bad chart looks like. So here they have to make a decision. Do I want to readjust my parameters, or do I want to see what future I'm creating?
I will suggest that we have that help button on the top of the screen, and in there we can add the metrics glossary and integrate the example charts within those metrics glossary.
Yeah,
I think the issue I have is that we kind of don't have the perfect or the good chart right now with the data that we have in the simulation. We're like working to that.
And that's why I think that this issue is too big. We need to split it up in different things. And I will just say, let's go for the help of metrics glossary. What do you think about putting that? But we have to first write it.
Yeah, I will assign myself to break this issue up into smaller issues, and then we'll see. I don't think any of this stuff has to be in the release to the trusted seed, but yeah. So let's keep this party going. Sorry, did you have something, Sam?
Well, I think that it's one of the most critical things. The final, because we can go and go next, but if the final screen is not clear, then we have a problem, because it's like you have lost a lot of time in something that you go to the end and you don't understand. So I will put some focus on the final screen, also the final results.
Oh man, Sam, that scares me. What about the hatch? What about the rehearsal?
No, I didn't say I would. I mean.
Oh, okay.
I am not offering myself.
Okay.
I will, but I will.
We should.
I cannot work on that, but that's the thing I will do, if that has sense.
Okay. Well, we're blocked by not having the perfect graphs yet. So I think that there's some big issues that we need to solve before we get to the next. But Marco, did you say that there is a glossary already somewhere?
No.
In the code?
No, I didn't find it anywhere. No.
Okay, so I mean, this issue just brings a very great point that we need to make a glossary, which is an issue I feel like I might be able to assign to Danny when I make it, or one of your crew. What do you think?
I have minions for this, yes.
Yes, the minions. And then the the perfect chart I will assign to Santi or Vitor. Right?
Okay.
And if we can get to it, cool, but I wouldn't say that it blocks us from sending this. I mean, we need to fix the graphs, and when we get to that issue, that's critical. So add tooltip to graphs and slider.
It's done. Well, in the second one, it's not done, but the first one is done.
Okay.
Not the second
I'll
one.
close it for now. Well done.
He just heard it's done. So
Yeah.
he's closing it, Sam. You're too late.
There is some delay in the call.
On the results page, can we use the same graphs UI that we use on the levels? Oh, yeah, that's cool. Is that very possible, Fabio?
Yeah, of course. We have like a component of the graph, so you could use it and replace those graphs for that. We just need the data, right?
Yes, exactly. So this is one part of it. Okay.
Santi worked on the graph, and I didn't understand what did he did. It was working. It was nice. I just say it looks good to me, but I don't understand how these charts work with view. This specific chart works. I don't know what is possible. I don't know if it has x-axis and y-axis. Actually.
Yeah. Well, each one of these graphs should just be funding pool versus time, funding pool like value versus time, sentiment versus time, and price
Token
versus
price.
Yeah.
Do we need a double axis in the Y?
No.
Okay.
No, that's just confusing, in my opinion. It's cool. It looks cool, but
yeah.
So let's see. Here we have a sentence to be added here, and already part of your pipeline. Perfect. I don't think I have to say anything here. Level 4, max amount spend. This is Vitor. That's a great issue.
Just that when you have like full, you have like 50%, and I think when you have like 1%, it is to like not really low. It's kind of the hack.
I'll say I think this is a great issue. I will say it's probably really quick, but maybe not. I won't make it. I don't think it's necessarily a blocker to trusted seed release. But
can you add a label bug? Because probably it's a bug or something.
Yeah, it's kind of a bug. It's kind of an enhancement.
All right.
Well, both and kind of guy. Move highlighted paragraph above the illustration. That's great.
I also wanted to talk about the midterm objective of the simulator. You have already talked about we are going to have a new character. What is the state of all that? I don't know if you want to finish that quick or not. We have 10 minutes.
Yeah. So maybe let me just say there's like midterm. So there's like releasing to a trusted seed, incorporating feedback, and then getting ready for like a public release and a media campaign in January is probably like the short-term goals, in my opinion. And Marco, I would love to hear your feedback on this as well. Midterm goals would be to include a high scorer list and then improve the gamification of this a little bit. and then and I don't know where that fits in with the January release or how hard it is. Probably depends on our resources. And then next midterm goal is level 2, and augmented bonding curve level that has new parameters and would be the next level up.
For the level 2, we need a new story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who is going to write it, or we are going to do?
Actually, Shebnem technically has ownership of that, so she would have to give it up because she was the top donor to our second Common Simulator thing. So at least she picked the Token Engineering Commons as the topic. I just before we write it, I would say we should check in with her and make sure she's still down with that. And then and then I guess it's Danny and Marco probably would be the next people to work on the narrative.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also include Jody because she will be working on illustrations, and I think she might have some input on there as well. And early January midterm goal, or actually when we start adding these scores and gamification and that kind of thing, I don't think that will be way too much. But at that time, we should then start working on a new narrative for the Leap 2, like in parallel.
And you said, Marco, that there is going to be a new character, but you already have you already have something in mind.
Yeah, you see this picture that Griff is sharing right now. Like this was the one that Jody sent us, but since she like we couldn't complete all the illustrations to be redrawn again, we just want to revert back. But we're gonna be starting with this new girl and
a
new story, and we would ideally, if we have enough budget and resources, to actually make it more like a game rather than something that looks like a game, like this version. But for now we were happy with this version. But next one, if we can make it more gamey, maybe with a game engine or something like that, but it really depends on the resources and the budget and timelines and stuff like that. So we will see on that.
Yeah. Anything else on that topic? Midterm goals. Any questions from anyone? I mean, by the way, this is all pretty ad hoc, so it could change if you guys want it to change.
I have more questions in the short-term goals because we're having a few issues with the simulation results. As you can see, like it's not that simple. And like, what do you imagine of the result of like a minimum result for showing for the first city? Like, you imagine that we should have at least the results working fine, like the main graphs working as it should for showing for them, or?
I think that we can have a trusted seed release without all the graphs with the graphs working as well as you guys can get them. So like make this a big sprint and get it to a point where it works and it's the best you can do. And then honestly, I feel like if we have bad graphs, the trusted seed is full of like really smart cadCAD people. So like we might, if they're like, oh, the cadCAD's not good enough, that might even be like a motivator to get some feedback from Zargum or from other people, that like could like give you some quick tips, maybe even do a hack sesh with you to like quickly tweak something.
It'd be great, but I will focus as much as I can now to get the better we can do.
Yeah. In the end, I don't feel like the average person is going to like take a deep dive into the graphs. They just need to see the good and bad future and these sorts of things.
Got it.
So I'm going to close this because intro images disappear after a moment. Danny, do you feel like that's something you've seen?
Is that the one I created?
No, this is from YGG.
Okay, I actually have seen it, but it was when I was on a different computer. I would suspect that this is hardware related or system related.
Oh yeah, it's not.
I feel like he even switched and was able to clear it, if I remember seeing that correctly.
So let's make this say Firefox doesn't work so good. Okay, let's keep going. We are not putting that on our to-do list, just throwing that out there. Add what is to the Commons explanation.
Those are just little text changes. There's going to be a lot of little things like that. I made it maybe a quarter of the way through last week, and I'm getting back on it today right now, pretty much.
Okay, well, when
I
you
needed that new link. I got it now.
When you make these issues, just assign Fabio, if it's a quick text thing, just assign Fabio and make it the milestone trusted seed release.
Yeah,
4 minutes left.
I've started working on that.
Nice. Yeah, I assume so. Let's see. Okay, there's all these Danny ones. Saving data on submission. Let's check this one. When parameters are sent to the model at the end of the simulation, are the parameters and results being saved somewhere? This would be very useful data to analyze to see affinity of users towards certain parameter ranges. Oh, that's interesting. So are we caching all the data that's submitted? I think.
Not at all, I think.
No?
I don't know if we were doing that.
I think it is an interesting idea for data gathering for the common stack. Like, what are people's inherent biases towards numbers for these things? Seems like good research. Vitor, would you be the right person to assign to this issue? Oh, sorry, you're muted.
For getting the information saved?
Yeah, basically just tracking all the submissions.
Yeah, I can do it, but it's more a web thing, right?
A what?
Yeah, but like you say, like tracking these on the website, or?
Yeah, no, just on the side, just like saving the data somewhere so that it's accessible.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can do it. I can do it.
Okay, and it's not. This is nice to have for sure. Not on your priority list this week, but
sure.
2 minutes left. I can do some of this issue assigning without you guys. Does anyone have any questions, especially like Merlin or anybody or Mateo? No?
I don't have any questions, but you definitely made me start thinking about the next leap already.
Uh-oh. Don't think of that yet. Save that.
Okay.
Save that.
Okay.
January.
Yeah, maybe I have a question is how can I start contributing for the project or another one? Because it seems that there are plenty of people working on only the front end. So, and I don't know the code because I didn't, I don't dive into it. So yeah, how can I help?
Let's put it the other way, Merlin. What in your dream world? What skills do you have? And are you a dev or are you would you like to write content? Are you an illustrator?
I'm more tech people. Currently, I'm a software engineer, an intern, but I've done several missions for companies in data science or web dev. So yeah, it's more like that. But yeah, I tried lots of things like writing some smart contracts and stuff like that. So yeah, don't really know where I can help, but it's more tech skills, and yeah, maybe some entrepreneurship skills because I helped to launch a startup, and I have a company in the surf industry, Southwest France. So where I can be the more useful. And
I got good news for you. Like, the code base is not known by anyone. So Fabio,
I don't know if it's a good news.
Yeah. Well, so there's a YouTube video that walks everyone through the code base and the design decisions, and then Fabio has been starting to attack it, but he could always there's definitely enough work on that side of things, because there's some big issues that I haven't gotten to here, like building the new like the good and bad future and these issues. And then there's also Vitor has is doing the data science side of things with Santi, and you could join their crew as well and start like helping to dive into these CAD models and try to make them fit what our expectations are.
Jessica sent me a link to how to learn CAD and stuff like that. So I think I will dive into it.
You definitely, if you want to do the CAD stuff, you definitely want to take the intro to CAD course and robots and marble stuff.
And maybe can you send me the link of the video you told me about?
Yeah, just DM me on Telegram and I will not miss it.
Okay.
At the screen.
Cool.
Okay, guys, we're past the top of the hour. I want to let you all go. Thank you so much for going through the bureaucracy with me. And
thank you, guys.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.